All the Targaryens were now locked up in the dungeons of the Prince's Palace in Myr, at the mercy of Robert Baratheon. All that is except one. Daenerys Targaryen, the 11-year-old daughter of the Mad King, had escaped Volantis on board of a Gulltown merchant ship, and had from there made her way to the Eyrie, accompanied by the men of Lord Horton Redford, a major vassal of Lady Paramount Caroline Waynwood of the Vale. Lord Horton acted as regent to the reclusive Lady Caroline, and had used his power and influence to secure a marriage between Princess Daenerys and his son, Sir John Redford. In Myr, the Westerosi immigrant population saw Captain General Robert more and more as a regular king. Kevan Lannister issued coins and levied taxes in his name, Tyrion Lannister wrote laws and spoke justice in his name, and Lothar the Lame held court in what was in essence his royal palace. And though Robert would deny it until all Targaryens were dead, the Dragonhunt was essentially over. More and more, Robert's court and administration would adopt the name that the Septons used for Robert's realm, the Kingdom of the Summer Crown. They would also start to use an informal dating system, counting the years after Robert's landing on Essos. In the 11th year after Robert's landing, a smallpox epidemic broke out in the Kingdom of the Summer Crown. Being locked inside his palace while the disease raged outside, King Robert would pay many a visit to his dungeon. He gave particular attention to Rhaegar, mocking and taunting him, even ordering his guards to drag him out and torture him, sometimes even participating in the activity himself. He often dared Rhaegar to challenge him to a trial by combat, seeming anxious to meet the Dragon Prince in the arena. But Rhaegar never did. It seemed the Targaryen had accepted his fate the moment Ned Stark had entered the Temple of the Lord of Light in Volantis. Rhaegar Targaryen would die in the Mirror's dungeons, succumbing to an infection caused by one of his many torture wounds, about a year after his capture. Having been denied his vengeance on the dueling grounds, and no longer able to take out his wrath on Rhaegar himself, Robert stormed down to the dungeons when he heard the news. Having seen Rhaegar's body lying on the ground, he ordered the guards to open the cell next to him, which contained Rhaegar's brother Viserys. Once they had done so, Robert barged in, kicked Viserys down on the ground, and proceeded to strangle the young man with his bare hands. He wished to do the same thing with Rhaegar's children, Jaehaerys and Balon, but was stopped in the nick of time by a contingent of palace guards acting on the orders of Jaime Lannister and Ned Stark. In the following weeks, Robert got into huge arguments with his council on what to do with the Targaryen boys. Robert demanded blood and wished to extinguish the hated Targaryen line. Ned and Jaime, as well as his brother, Kevan Lannister, thought this a perversion of justice. The murder of 2 children was not proportionate to the kidnapping of 1 woman, no matter how beloved she had been. And besides, Jaehaerys was Lyanna's son, Ned's nephew. Unwilling to listen to reason, Robert ordered their execution regardless. Balon, a boy of 10, was executed in the palace courtyard. Ned was quiet when it happened, as he always was, but he had seen what his friend had turned into. The next morning, Ned's bed was empty. Robert's lifelong friend had departed for Winterfell, together with his nephew Jaehaerys. Another Targaryen had escaped Robert's fury, and his arbitrary cruelty had cost him a lifelong friend besides. Although the killing of the Targaryens had made waves in Westeros as well, the realm was distracted by the spectacular trial by combat between Randyll Tarly, Lord of Hornhill, and his opponent and liege lord, Mace Tyrell of the Reach. Mace had been brave to the point of stupid by fighting Lord Randyll himself, but few had predicted that Randyll would actually slay his liege lord. The death of Mace Tyrell meant Willis Tyrell succeeded him as Lord Paramount of the Reach, and in Myr, Lothar the Lame wasted no time in proposing a betrothal with Robert's daughter Eliana. Foolish duels would claim yet more important lives that year. Balon Greyjoy, once again a vassal to King Stannis, challenged his rival to a duel. Although he knew he was unlikely to win, Stannis felt honor-bound to accept the challenge, and yet again the challenger did the unthinkable. Balon Greyjoy slew Stannis Baratheon by burying an axe in his face. He would be succeeded by a regency council ruling in the name of his 9-year-old son, Daemon. In the east, Robert Baratheon would fight yet another war with Volantis under dubious pretenses. The reality was, and had always been, that war was what Robert Baratheon was born to do, and the only thing besides food and drink that made him feel alive. The war was won when Brynden Tully killed the Triarch in single combat, and the Dragonhunt's victory led to the abolition of slavery in Volantis, among other things. But the aging Robert would not enjoy the spoils. His life had been spent drinking and whoring, and spending more of his time outdoors in cold and wet army camps than indoors. This lifestyle had finally caught up with the now middle-aged king. He returned from Volantis barely able to walk. Gout had reached his left foot, and pneumonia had reached his lungs. When the invite came to attend his nephew's coronation in King's Landing, Robert ignored the advice of his maester to stay in bed, taking a ship to the capital instead. When he reached the Red Keep, he was barely able to say goodbye to his estranged nephews and to his brother Renly, before he died, coughing up blood. An ignominious end to the most legendary warrior of his age. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 6 of the Dragonhunt. And, ladies and gentlemen, the Dragonhunt is over. A new era has begun, because Robert the Imperious has died last episode. He died rather unceremoniously, attending the coronation of his young nephew, Daemon of the Iron Throne, the son of Stannis Baratheon, his brother, who was slain by Balon Greyjoy of the Iron Islands. Yes, and in trying to murder all those Targaryens, Robert Baratheon has lost a friend, and I've made some nice modifications, I hope, to the to what happened next. You've seen the intro, you know what happens, but Ned Stark has taken a ship in the darkness from the town of Myr over to White Harbor, and has taken maybe a ship or maybe a horse upwards to Winterfell, where he has now joined his young brother Benjen Stark, who has removed the trait disinherited from him, so he undid what the bitter Brandon Stark, the oldest brother, did to Ned, which was to disinherit him and disavow him and banish him from the north. And also, Ned has brought with him a young boy, or a young man in medieval times. Here he is, Jaehaerys Jon White Wolf. Yes, this is the son of Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen, although people in the north might not know that. Although, you know, they might they might see it from his Targaryen features, but we can play it as he's doing the same as Egg did in The Adventures of Duncan Egg. Shaved his head, or maybe he dyed his head black. So this is Jaehaerys, the youngest son of Rhaegar Targaryen. No, not the youngest son. The oldest son of Rhaegar Targaryen, who was born during the Robert's Rebellion. And Ned, you know, being fond of this boy since he was the son of Lyanna and the last sort of reminder of his sister, has taken the boy with him because he didn't want Robert to kill him. And Steffon is a 9-year-old boy. He has other things to worry about than chasing down his uncle. I think he would see Ned as an uncle, being a close friend to Robert Baratheon, of course. He has other things to worry about, and also his regent, Lothar the Lame. He's not particularly interested in chasing a Lannister or a Targaryen boy halfway around the world. You know, Lothar is here to make money and expand feed his ambition, so to speak. He might even try to claim our throne. But yes, what kind of person will Steffon be? Well, right now he's a charitable boy, poor fighter, squire, and a twin. His twin sister being... Who's his twin sister, actually? I'm Steffon. I guess Oliver is my twin? No. Jaina is my twin. Okay, so we will keep an eye on Jaina. Let's make her a special character. We are betrothed to Marjorie Tyrell, who is about... it's about similar to Tommen and Marjorie, right? So I'm 9, she's 16. He's gonna groom me a little bit. and we will get married once I've reached my 14th name day. We could, I guess, put her on the council. Let's not do that. We like all these guys, right? We will keep all these guys on here. Yeah, so Lothar the Lame, ambitious, deceitful, ruthless man. We have Tyrion Lannister, kind man, gregarious man, everybody likes him. But also ambitious, deceitful, and stressed apparently. And serial adulterer. He's got a couple of lovers. And his wife is not one of them. We have Brynden the Blackfish, who is my guardian. Brennan the Blackfish will train me in the arts of war, and who better to do it than him? He's a brilliant strategist. He's got 4 general traits. He's quick. He's a skilled fighter. 31 martial. He's got a couple of great traits. So I think he will be a fine guardian for old Steffon. And he's also training my half-brother, Willem Fire, the oldest of the Baratheon children. The bastard son of Mage Mormont, of course. Who else do we have on the council? Kevan, Lord Kevan of the Westerlands, who joined us after his trial by combat by Lord Stannis. King Stannis nearly resulted in his death. He decided to join us here at the court in Myr, and Lancel Lannister is also here, but nobody cares because he's Lancel Lannister. Who cares about him? And we have Tyrion the Imp, who still has his nose. 26-year-old Tyrion. We are actually, I didn't even really notice this, but Robert Baratheon, he pretty much died at the exact same date as he dies in the Game of Thrones. I'm not quite sure what the date is, but he dies in 299 AC, I think. So it's pretty cool that he died almost the exact same date. And also, not quite the exact same way, but sort of unceremoniously. Not in battle, but rather in a very silly way, sort of a way that he caused himself. In the show and the books, it was, of course, his drunkenness. Here it was his constant warfare, his unhealthy lifestyle. So, yes, but Robert Baratheon, he might not agree with us, but I think he achieved his life's goal. He's killed most of the Targaryens. Not quite all of them, but a lot of them. So, what kind of person will Steffon be? Well, first of all, we have our father to bury. As per law and custom, 193 gold of your father's wealth has been divided between 6 of your kinsmen as their inheritance. Your sister Osmera is one of the beneficiaries. All right. Your father, King Robert Baratheon, has died, and now it falls to you to decide whether to make the funeral a big and special event or just keep it a small and private one. I mean, we want to honor our dad, right? So we're going to give him the largest funeral Essos has ever seen. My father deserves to be honored at the funeral. All the lords and ladies of the realm are invited, under 50 gold. So this is following directly on from the coronation of my cousin, King Dayne. King Dayne of the Iron Throne, who's not married, actually. You might want to marry him to one of our sisters. A little bit incestuous, but, nothing too bad for medieval standards. My guy, would you like to marry my twin sister? Oh, we could do that, I guess. Yeah. I think that makes poetic sense, right? We have the one twin in the east and one twin in the west. That's queen. Yeah, we can do that. No, what do you mean no? Who's your regent? Commander Don. Oh, Donal Noy. Right. We can swim. Okay, well, forget about it then. We'll get back to that later. We can imprison some people. The Magister of Tyros. Let's not do that quite yet. Your Grace, I believe Mokora Vailaros has been in your custody for too long. I hereby offer to pay the ransom to secure her release. Yeah, we captured a bunch of prisoners in Volantis, and of course we're happy to sell them. We have no use for them. I accept your offer. In fact, we can use the money. Parcello Vailaros, yes, you can pay ransom for her. Invitations have been sent to the lords and ladies of the realm to come to the funeral. It is time to prepare the feast and the funeral itself. The guests will arrive soon. Best get on with it. Yes. I will spend lavishly on food. Yeah. This is the funeral of Robert Baratheon, man. It's going to be a big party. I believe Libero Valaros. Yep. Another 25 gold. Yep. Another 25 gold. This is a very lucrative business. Okay, we can disband our army. Should we disband the Dragonhunt remaining forces? Oh, look at this. This is so cool. I made this this coat of arms myself in paint.net, and I think it looks really good. Looks really good on this horse. Look at this. Cool. No, we will keep it just for that nice coat of arms. We will keep it. Do we have any claims? No. We should send out Jerian. He's already fabricating claims in Bloodstone. We can continue doing that, Jerian. We want to try to conquer a little bit in the Stepstones once we grow up. But first couple of years will be spent in our regency, and I think Lothar the Lame, not particularly interested in fighting wars. He is going to have his hands full gathering as much power as he can. All of the guests have arrived at Myr, and now it is time to start the feasting to celebrate the life of King Robert Baratheon. Let the feasting commence. Yes. Leopold Tolhart has used his attendance of the feast in Myr to present a petition for justice before the court. He claims that Lord Lothar Frey sullied his honor by having illicit relations with his wife, behind his back and demands recompense for this slight. Would Lothar do that? He would. He's gregarious and deceitful. Is it a known lover? Barina Hornwood. He's got a couple of other lovers. Yeah, it's a lover. Yeah, pay just recompense. Oh no, of course, Steffon has no say in this. He's 9 years old. So Lord Lothar would say, oh, Lord Lothar is clearly not guilty of these accusations. Sorella Santos used her attendance. She claims that Lord Kevan Lannister had one of her kinsmen murdered. And demands that he is brought to justice for this outrageous crime. Did he? Who was it? Who was it, Sorella? Tell me. I don't think Kevan killed any of her family members, did he? Pay a bit of gold? You could do that. Sure. Without more proof, that's all we can do. Sorry, lady. As the feast begins, Lord Lothar Frey presents petitions before the court. He says that crime and banditry in Morgos is an increasing threat. Yeah, we can send Brandon the Blackfish. He will reduce the crime in your land, Lord Lothar. That is no problem at all. Tyrion Lannister has used his attendance of the feast in Myr. In the petition for justice before the court, he claims that Lord Lothar Frey made an attempt on his life. He demands that he is brought to justice for this attempted murder. This is a serious accusation, Tyrion. Serious accusation indeed. Do you have any proof of this? Lothar must be arrested and made to answer for this. I mean, Lothar is my regent, right? So he's clearly not guilty. Clearly not guilty. Master Rogar, my vessel, Stormlander, fated to Steffon, spoke up and told everyone about how great the food of my feast was. Thank you. Brynden organized a group of men to tackle the bandits and rogues in Morgos. He successfully captured or killed many prominent criminals and publicly hanged them as an example to others. The problem has now been stamped out. Not correct. And Lord Lothar is satisfied. Good work, Brandon. 25 prestige, bit of prestige for Brynden, my Hand of the King. Sorry, my Master at Arms. Good work. Lord Lysodos of Little Tyrosh has used his attendance of the feast in Myr to present petition to justice. Has subjected him to unwarranted and false blackmail and demands justice and recompense. Lord Ethan, don't blackmail people, man. Pay some money to this poor fella. Kevan Magister Olo Rindoon has sullied his reputation through defamation and libel. He demands justice and recompense. The Magister of Tyrosh, I mean, he hates us. We kind of want to get rid of this guy, right? I think Lothar wants to get rid of this guy as well. So I think I'm going to arrest him. Magister Olo must be arrested and made to answer for this. He's locked away. Can we call him for trial? Yeah, let's do it. The Magister of Tyrosh is in my court. Brynden Tully is also claiming everybody is coming to my court, huh? He claims that Lord Tyrion Lannister has sullied his honor by having illicit relations with his wife behind his back. I can believe that. Tyrion is quite the player, right? Please pay some money to Lord Brynden Tyrion. Trial by combat, summoning his champion to Myr. He will remain in the dungeon until then. Sure. Lord Mark Riswell has used his attendance of the feast in Myr. Claims that Lord Tyrion Lannister has also slept with his wife. I mean, okay, fine. Pay some money, Lord Tyrion. Complaining about his dark cell. Yeah. You're a high lord. We'll put you in house arrest. That's fine. I've come for justice. Master Tycho Adaris will be my champion. 95 personal combat skill. I'll select someone to stand for the king. Brynden Tully. 90, 50, 45. Ooh. I mean, as much as it's a very risky play, I think Brynden Tully is the Master at Arms. Is he an honorable guy? Not really. He's brave, though. He's brave, he's a skilled fighter, he's a hunter. Authoritative. I think we're gonna have Brynden Tully fight. He might die doing this. But he should, I think. He should. He's my protector, after all. Brynden Tully is skilled at arms, yes. The funeral. As the Silent Sisters finish the preparations of the deceased, the body of King Robert is brought to the local set and laid atop the altar at its center. Canopic jars of ornate design are placed at the feet of the dead, and the eldest child places the death stones upon the closed eyes of the deceased. I guess that's my bastard brother. Willem Fire places these stones on Robert's eyes. One by one, those closest to the departed in life make their way into the set and speak their goodbyes, shed their mournful tears, and pray to the Seven for the dead. As the day winds down and the last goodbye is said, the body is carried by kin along the crowd-lined street to its final resting place. As the sun fades away, a great feast is held, and those who knew the dead recount stories of the life and deeds of the lost. I wonder if Ned is going to pay us a visit. I know he's in the north, but I'm pretty sure he's going to visit his old friend one more time. So it is done. Died of pneumonia. He was a man who didn't let anyone stand in his way, as well as possessing immense strength. He was a well-respected swordsman, being one of the more capable in history. You're goddamn right. Holding a funeral will be removed from King Steffon. My guests leave. Okay, bye. I hope Brynden wins his trial by combat, though. I'll stand for you, Your Grace. Fight well, Brynden. Come on, man. He might very well lose, though. He's got less combat skill than the champion of this man. At you. Fight well, Brynden. Slate. It is done. Your champion Brynden lies dead in a pool of his own blood, and Master Tycho stands victorious. You quiver with fury as you watch both him and the prisoner Ollo Rindoon walk free. Curse the ball! Brynden Tully is dead. I had a lot planned for Brynden Tully, but we're not gonna force it. We will replace Brynden Tully. We have other people. We have Howland Reed, who is a formidable fighter. He might be a pretty good master at arms. Yeah, let's put him here. Let's have him train children. Who should be my guardian now, though? I still have a martial education. Do we have any real good soldiers in court? No, I guess Howland Reed is one of the better ones, but he's pretty terrible. Let's see if we can find a man in the Seven Kingdoms who can train me. Lorimar Reachman, Master at Arms. Ideally one who's also a good fighter. Godfrey Faring. He's zealous. He's ambitious. He's brave. He's rude. I think I've heard of Godfrey Faring. Who is he again? Knight of House Faring is supporter of Stannis Baratheon. He's a cousin of Sir Gilbert Faring. A man with a deep booming voice. Godfrey is broad-shouldered, brawny and muscled. Alright. Boastful and condescending, but fierce in his dedication to R'hllor. I don't know about that man. Andrew Tarth. Lorimar Varner. Are you a famous guy? He's a giant. That's pretty cool. Skilled fighter. Brawny. He's got some pretty decent traits as well. Yeah, I think we're going to invite this man to train us. He's a Reachman. I don't really care about that. Doesn't really need to be a Stormlander, right? Or I could have this guy, or who is a Stormlander. Could have him over, I guess. Just, brave, temperate, duelist. Duelist is pretty good. Aerys, Master at Arms of Rathrock. Lord of Rathrock. This guy. Who's your leash? Lady Bethany of Kevan. Okay, she's very close by. Yeah, I think I'm going to invite this guy. It would make sense that we know who this guy is, right? Because we're very close to him. Our merchants would do a lot of trade with sort of this area. Yeah, let's invite this guy over. So Aerys, we want you in our court, if you please. Who will we have Willem Fire be trained by? I guess Howland Reed. Yeah, Howland Reed can train my bastard boy. Accept your gracious invitation. Alrighty. So Aerys, welcome. I hope you want to be my guardian. You do. Great. He's also a Stormlander, so we will remain Stormlander. That's pretty good. At least. Alright, so Aerys is my new guardian. He's got some pretty decent traits. He's shy. That's maybe not that great. He wants to get married. You can get him married. See if we can find some older woman. Tyroshi lady with a hair lip. Let's leave him married. That's fine. Sworn Shield. We need a new bodyguard. Aegon Frey. Sarella Martell. She hates me. Oh, she doesn't really hate me. You can be my bodyguard. Are you married? Oh, she's married to Tyrion. Yeah. Pretty good match. We can imprison some people, but we won't. Dowager Queen Lysa. We can imprison. What did she do? Did you do Lysa? Wants to become regent. I'll go right ahead. You can try and become regent Lysa. She's got so many kids. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's got 8 children at age 32. Poor woman. That's horrible. Ellie Stone. Who is the... No, I guess it's just the bastard girl she had before she married Robert. Alright, interesting. Ooh, your scheming snake of a regent Lothar has managed to convince the court that you are insane. The decision has been made to lock you up in one of the castle towers until you are deemed mentally fit to rule, regardless of your age. I'm not insane, I'm not! Declared incapable. Ouch. Will we still be trained by Sir Aerys? I hope so. Cameron Baratheon needs a guardian. Prince Cameron of the Summer Crown. He's great. He's strong. We should have him be trained by a strong fighter. Who's the best fighter in Westeros? I mean, it could be Howland Reed, I guess. He's pretty damn good. Let's find. Maybe we'll have him sent to King's Landing and be trained by a member of the King's Guard. I think that will be pretty cool. Search all. I'm looking for someone who is a formidable. Lynn Corbray. We could have Lynn Corbray train him. He's at the wall, though. Howland Reed. Let's just see. Allard Seaworth has 120 personal combat skill. Damn. This guy is like the perfect knight. Oh, he's Davos Seaworth's son. Allard Seaworth, Kingslander. I mean, we would know who Davos Seaworth is, right? We could have. Ooh, we could have him trained by Davos. We could have Steffon trained by Davos Seaworth. No. Let's not do that. We'll have him trained by Allard Seaworth, I think. We would know who this guy is, and I think he's a pretty good fit for. Where is he? My strong brother Cameron. Where is he? Allard Seaworth. Yep. I might become Kingsland. It doesn't really matter. We've been declared incapable. That reminds me of the Bolton playthrough we did. We did that same thing to... who was it? Rickon? Yeah, I think so. Rickon Stark. We declared him incapable and ruled as regent. Recently, I have noticed the pitiful state of my sister, Princess Eliana. I have just been informed that the cause of her aches and fatigues is a case of flu. Alright. He's married to Willis Tyrell. Yeah, 5 gold, that's fine. Lord Lothar of Morgoth, your regent, has decided in his infinite wisdom that one of your titles would benefit the realm more if it was awarded directly to him. Wow, Lothar. Welp. He claimed Robert's Landing. Castle of Stormwatch is now his. Interesting. Lord Joffrey of the Tarwashi Disputed Lands has inherited High Lordship of Tarwashi Disputed Lands and other titles from Lord Jerian. Okay, Lord Jerian is dead. Died of severe stress. He was depressed and stressed. I don't know why he was depressed. I think he led a pretty good life. Oh, his wife died, I guess. Oh, that's 9 years ago. No. It was her. Oh, okay, I see. His wife died of depression. 25th, 12th moon. So that's a month ago. And that makes some sense then that he would die of stress after that. That's a shame. I mean, you did cheat on your wife quite a lot, Jerian. Maybe he felt so guilty that he died of depression. Who knows? So Joffrey of the Tarwashi Disputed Lands, a 4-year-old boy. Joffrey Lannister. We should marry him to one of our many sisters. Olyssa Baratheon, sure, my sister. And that you marry Joffrey of the Tarwashi Disputed Lands. So we need a new Master of Laws. Jerian has served us faithfully for, I think since the beginning, for 16 years. We need someone else now. A good Master of Laws. We could have picked Brandon Tully, but he's gone now. Let's see if we have... With Aerys. We could make Aerys our Master at Arms. Do we want that though? I kind of want him to be just my guardian. Who would be a good Master of Laws? I guess Tyrion would be a good one. Not really. What about Kevan? Kevan has quite a bit of diplomacy. I guess we could make Kevan the Master of Laws. We don't really have that many good diplomatic people. We do need some because I wanna make some claims on the stepstones. Maybe we should just look in the character finder if we can find somebody good. See, usually I don't really do this. Usually I don't really just pick the best possible characters from the character finder. But I think in this case it makes sense. Myr is a real melting pot city. So there's people from all over the 7 kingdoms in Myr and in the rest of the Dragonhunt. So I think it would make sense that there would just be people from all over the 7 kingdoms here and people who can recommend me good men to be my Master at Laws. I think that makes sense. Courtney. Is Courtney Penrose? No. It's a Stormlander though. So that's just across the bay. I guess it would make sense to invite him over. Orta Merryweather, that's a named character, right? Who is he again? Lord of Longtable and head of House Merryweather. Always courteous. Who is he? Among the lords who travel to King's Landing, brings his wife Taena of Myr. Oh, Taena Merryweather. Yeah, that's the lesbian lover of Cersei Lannister, right? Yeah. Don't know if I like him particularly. Robin Flint. Let's just invite this Stormlander guy, Courtney. So Courtney, he's a drunkard though, but hey, so was my dad. So once you come over here, we need a good master of laws. He's a drunkard, patient, ambitious, envious, gluttonous, falconer, knight, trained fighter, quick. I mean, he's a good guy. Excellent news. Some money, great. We accept your suggestion of a betrothal between Princess Alyssa and Lord Joffrey, great. We have tied Joffrey Lannister to our house. My guy, we can raise you to nobility. 80 gold, that's a bit much. Maybe we will do it once he asks for a favor. Courtney, welcome. You are a new master at laws. Let's arrange a marriage for you, though. Arianne Estermont is single. She's a bit old, though. Sorella? Yeah, Sorella is also a low-born Stormlander woman. She's 36. That doesn't really matter. Needs to be approved by my regent. Okay, fine. Fine. We have another open council. Oh, my Septon. I don't care about my Septon. I don't care at all. We need a guardian for my twin. We were gonna marry our twin to Daemon, huh? Daemon, do you not want to marry my twin? I think my guardian didn't want it, right? And we can't really sway anybody. Can we send you a gift? We can. This is his regent, so maybe now they will accept. I think it's a solid match, man. I think you should accept my cousin. You should accept marrying my twin sister. She doesn't accept. Okay, fine. Fine. We just spent 80 gold on bribing a regent for nothing. Jaina, why don't you... Oh, Master at Laws, I guess, can train you. What is your court education? Yeah, so that makes some sense, I guess. So Courtney, why don't you train Princess Jaina? I think that makes sense. Actually, though, one of you guys said I should appoint more associate people to my council. So I think I will do that next time, because I think you guys make a good point. Steffon was born and raised in Myr, so he's never been to Westeros probably. Maybe just to the coronation of his cousin, but otherwise not. So I think he would start hiring more associate men. I think that makes sense. We just now hired 2 Westerosi, but I think those will be the last for a while. I think we will gradually start to replace some of the council members with associate men. I think that makes sense. You should, by the way, make some claims on the stepstones. Your Grace, I humbly ask that you intervene on my behalf against the aggression of Magister Morio Tumitis. Who is your liege, I guess? Where are you? Oh, here. Yeah. I guess he's fighting the Tyrosh guy. Morio Tumitis. Sure, yeah. The Regency Council shall decide on this matter. The council voted in favor. Okay, so we're gonna ask this guy to stop his war. I cannot end this war. My cause is just, and as such, I have no right to command me. You have no right to command me to stand down. What can my Regency Council do? I think we can imprison him, right? One of your titles would... stop it, Lothar. You prick. You took lease from me. You asshole. I mean, it makes sense. This guy is ambitious. Sure. Lift excommunication. We can't do it. He doesn't even want to do it. He's my regent and he doesn't want to lift excommunication already. Oh, Lothar. We have factions. Overthrow the monarchy of the Summer Crown. Wow. You don't want that? Who is backing that? Stop it, man. We don't want you to overthrow the monarchy. You dicks. Well, we will fight you when it comes down to it. So we can defeat you. There's not really much else we can do at the moment. I believe one of your vessels can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions. The Magister of Tyrosh? No, we can't discourage him. We can't discourage him. He freaking hates us. Kevan Lannister also died a natural death. We lost another Lannister. We only have Tyrion left. Tyrion, do you want to become Master of Coin? Now you're better suited, I think, to Master of Whispers. Although, let's see. Do we have any good Mirishmen? The problem is we can't really invite Mirish people because they are a different religion. We could put Morio, the Magister of Tyrosh, on our council. He's a Mirish guy, but we freaking hate him. Yeah, that's the problem, really. We can't really invite anybody to our court who is not our religion. And we could check, I guess, if there are people who are my religious group, but not my culture group. Or not my not my culture group, yeah. Yeah, it's a bunch of Northmen, I guess. Ideally, I would like somebody who's like Murish. Let's sort by culture. Clawman. Yeah, Clawman, Quannockman. Hillclansman, Northman. Soul Dornish, Sandonish, Stoneish. Westerosi Valyrian, have a couple of Valyrians. Volantine, there's a couple of Volantines who are fated to 7. Guess we could hire one of those. Parkello. Seneschal of the Company of the Dragon. Ah, okay, I see. I see how it is. They're all Company of the Dragon related. Okay, interesting. I mean, if they want to leave the service of the Company of the Dragon, we are fine with that, right? With that being said, I don't think any of you guys are really good at... Jaehaerys White Wolf wants to join us. This is Jon Snow. He's Westerosi Valyrian. Do we want him? Do we want him at our court? Good question. Does Steffon mind? I mean, I guess he doesn't really mind him. But inviting him over to our court is maybe a step too far. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think we're going to do that. It's a step too far for me. Prestier, Rampton. Yeah, these guys are all terrible. You guys are terrible. Arryn Waters. Where are you? Do you want to join me? Master of the Citadel. He's a maester, I guess. You want to join me? Not prohibited. Okay, he's prohibited from moving courts, I guess. That's a shame. That's a shame. I think, although I think it was a good idea, I think it's not really realistic to have non-Westerosi people on our council. Unless we want someone who's really bad. We could bite the bullet and appoint the Magister of Tyrosh, but that seems like a terrible idea because the man hates me. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just find somebody again. Sorry, it was a good idea, but it's not really realistic, I think, in CK2. Otherwise, I cannot invite anybody. Duncan Tuttle, Axel Florent. My boy Axel Florent. We know him. He's 60 years old, though. That's fine, I suppose. My man, do you want to join me at my court? Should we invite somebody else? Steffon, Axel Florent can be my Master of Coin if he wants. Come over here, boy. Accept the gracious invitation. Sure, welcome. Welcome at my court, Axel Florent. He's not even a lore person yet. And in the meantime, Lothar has made himself a High Lord. He's becoming more and more powerful. Oh well, it's nothing we can do, right? Oliver is our heir. I guess we could have a Courtney train him, but he's a court education. Yeah, so that makes sense. As Courtney is my master at laws. Yes, sure, he can train my brother. At age 34, your acquaintance, Lord Paramount Benjen II of the North, was slain by Harmon Umber during a trial by combat. Okay. Harmon Umber was also slain by John of Last Hearth. Wait, what? 27th moon? 27th moon, okay. I don't know how that works. I guess it was maybe a trial by 7 or something like that. Okay, interesting. So Paramount Benjen has been killed. Who is now... Well, he had a son. Okay, a 0-year-old son. Rickard II of the North is the new leader of the North. Okay, he had a son at the last second, I guess. Yeah, 3-month-old son. Okay, so he's the new ruler of the North. Okay, it almost went to Ned, right? I think he's still the heir, right? Yeah, he's still the heir. Jorah Mormont is the the regent. Okay, Jorah Mormont is ruling in the north, on behalf of Rickard II Stark, and Benjen has been killed in the trial by combat at age 34. Interesting developments. High Priest Tykoros accepted King Ted, Prince of Pentos' peace offer. Okay. High King Ted, Prince of Pentos has usurped the title Kingdom of Norvos from High Priest Tykoros. Wow. Pentos is growing really, really strong. How much do you need for the Empire? He's not quite there yet. But the Tattered Prince has expanded in his old age. 62 years old. He's a slave owner. I guess he reinstated slavery in in Pentos. Okay, the Bravosi won't be happy. You might want to do something about that. Can we attack this guy? Declare war, emancipation, or claim the Great Arm. Maybe later when we grow up. Interesting. Okay. Lord Paramount Balon the Tormentor has declared war of Ironborn independence on King Daemon of the Iron Throne. So Lord Balon is going to try again. He already killed King Daemon's father, Stannis. And now he's going to try for independence again. But more importantly, King Aegon of Aegon's host has declared King Aegon of Aegon's host's war for the Iron Throne on King Daemon of the Iron Throne. Okay, so we thought we had killed all the Targaryens, or at least we thought we had chased them all down, and what few escaped, we know where they are. It's Daenerys Targaryen. Where is she? Oh, she's not in my special characters list, I guess. Let's put her in there then. We have two more Targaryens left, if my count is correct. We have Daenerys. Yeah, here she is. 18-year-old Daenerys. Let's make her a special character. We have Jaehaerys, White Wolf, who's already a special character. And that's it, I think. Yeah, so Daenerys is the only true-born Targaryen left in the world, as she is in the start of at the start of Game of Thrones, I believe. And then we have Aegon, who has now arrived, and we don't know what he is. If he is a Blackfire or a Targaryen. A young silver-haired man has landed in Westeros, claiming to be Aegon VI, true-born son of Rhaegar Targaryen and the rightful king of the Seven Kingdoms. It is widely believed that he perished in the Red Keep at the hands of Gregor Clegane during the War of the Usurper, along with his sister Rhaenys and mother Elia of Dorne. It is purported that it was not Aegon who perished there, but some peasant baby was put in Aegon's place. Now this claimant lands, and he has a golden company at his back. Long as the true king. No, we don't care. We don't care. You do your thing, man. Ooh, okay. 20,000 people. Liberation of Tyrosh on King Steffon of the Summer Crown. Okay, we have more important things to worry about, I guess. Malon of the Tyroshi Liberation Revolt is just raised 20,000 troops, and we don't really have the men to stop him. I don't think. We'll try. We'll do our darndest. Let's see. My man, you can embark here. Everybody go to Myr. Why are you spawning here? We want you to spawn, let's say, here. Same for you, by the way. But we do still have our friends, the Second Sons. If we can afford them. We can't. Okay, I guess we need to take out a loan here. Take out a loan. Ancient Bank of Kar, 30%, 35, 40. I guess Kar then. 77 gold, not a lot. But hey, we need it. We need the gold. Because we need the Second Sons to help us out here, or we will never win against the Tyroshi Liberation Revolt. Okay, the first major revolt of our own. I think there's going to be more to follow. My prisoners are complaining about this dark cell. I shall be merciful. We can ransom you, actually. We need the money. Oh, my regent doesn't want to. Okay. Screw you then. You asshole. Maybe we should run. We should run away from Myr. There's a big army coming. Such a bright little child. My little ward, Elena, fine. That's fine. Except you offer 25 gold. Oh, thank you very much. You can use that money. Use that money big time. Olyssa needs a guardian. That's the only one? Oh, she's 6. Yeah, okay. What is your education? Court education. Okay, let's assign a decent diplomat for you. Sorella Martel? Sure, why not? I had watched the cook scold Baron, and the Master of Whisperers tried to bribe him to give back his quill to no avail. I held the bluish, precious quill in my right hand and a cookie in my left. While playing with it and eating cookies, I did not notice Baron sneak up on me and snatch the quill from my hand. Hey, give that back, that's mine now. Baron Snow, Baron Hornwood. Arena Hornwood. Alright. Leopold Thor. Look at, give that back. We're enemies now. Alright. Ooh, man, is this all we have? I feel like we forgot to raise... We forgot to raise people. Yeah, we forgot to raise our vessel levies. 13k. Oh, there's 7k here. 7k in lease. That's the army of Lothar the Lame, I guess. Oh, actually, we don't need to raise it on lease. We can just raise it here. In Morgos. Yeah. Let's everybody assemble as soon as we can. Because we really need to take care of this Tyroshi revolt. Because once it starts, it will not end. Once if we cannot keep it down now, we will never be able to keep it down. 16,000 is not a lot. Not a lot. Aerys, my guardian. Let's have him be the main commander, sure. Donico, captain of the Second Sons. Sure, you can be in my right flank. And Wendell Manderly in my left. It's not the best team. There's nothing against these three guys, but it's pretty hard to follow up an act consisting of Robert Baratheon, Brynden Tully, and Jaime Lannister. But hey, the Regency Council will decide on the matter of helping Lancel Lannister out. Okay, sure. Voted in favor, fine. Okay, he ended his war, that's great. We have 16,000 troops. Yeah, we can't really raise any more. Let's see if we can cut these guys off. 6,000. Okay, we're gonna intercept this man here in Viso's plains. Hopefully we can defeat him before his friends come out to help. Aegon of Essos has accepted King Daemon of the Iron Throne piece. Yeah, he won. I mean, there was no war going on. It was not really a contest here. So Aegon of Essos has lost the war against my cousin. We're happy for my cousin, of course. We don't really like the Targaryens. Is he gonna kill him? Let's see. Oh, where are you going, man? Get back here. Okay, so we're gonna win this war, this battle. I think we made the right play here. We attacked this guy first. This guy is now locked. He wasn't able to chase us down quickly enough. Your enemy, Malan Quaidon, has been slain. That's the leader of the revolt. That's great. Kill this man. 39. I think we can just take these guys. Yeah, let's head over there. Come on, Aerys, my guardian. Let's fight this man. I'm in the army camp with him, helping him out. 100%. Great. Great. Liberation of Tyrosh is done. Enforce demands. We're not gonna gain any money. Oh well. We imprisoned this man. He's a brilliant strategist, but he's otherwise pretty terrible. Can we recruit him? Kind of feel like recruiting this man. Minus 24, probably not. Nah, probably not. Let's banish him to the Night's Watch. No. Actually, he's a traitor. Let's actually execute him. Head him. Come on, guy. You can't fight a rebellion against me and think you can get away with it. I might be a little boy, but Lothar the Lame might not really have my best interest in mind, but he's still gonna fight you. You're gonna try to take his land away. Your Grace, we have received word of a great scandal from the court in Myr. Apparently, a group of conspirators have found evidence that Tishara is not the child of Lord Tyrion, but the bastard of an illicit affair by Sarella. Lord Tyrion was convinced and has stripped Tishara of her inheritance and family name. Tishara Rivers. Okay, wow. This is the... I guess Lothar the Lame slept with Tyrion's wife. Man, this guy is just a cartoon villain, isn't he? He really should try to stop this man. Scandal indeed. Okay, the marriage between my sister and Lord Paramount Willis is gonna go through. That's good. We can use the allies. I accept your suggestion. Do you want to become an ally with me? Okay, my region doesn't agree. Screw you, Lothar, my man. Balon. Balon is just a beast this playthrough, man. He captured the king. He captured my cousin, the king. Taken to Pike as a prisoner. All right. Okay, he did release him, I guess. At least he didn't he didn't feed him to the drowned gods. But the Ironborn are independent once more. Let's see how long it will last. 35 Marshal, oh my god. Formidable fighter. What else? Brilliant commander, formidable fighter, berserker, duelist, wrath, brave, ambitious, adept of strategy, great kraken, war focus, and warrior. What's great kraken? Is that the trait you have? Oh, it's your flagship. All right. Wow, Balon Greyjoy. I must say it's quite impressive what you've been doing. I mean, it's stupid. It's quite impressive. Betrothed can marry. Alright, King Steffon and Lady Marjorie can get married. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, we wanted the betrothal. Great. We're gonna marry Lady Marjorie. 21 years old. Pretty girl of 21. I'm a boy of 14 who's been locked in his quarters mostly, so I think it's a good match. Let's go on a tour. We could do that. We need to be 18. Let's repay this loan first. We're almost out of our regency, I hope. The bride has already received her inheritance. That's fine. Let's see if we can break out of this incapability. See if we can break out of the rule of Lothar the Lame. I think that's probably for next episode. How long have we been recording? Probably quite long. Yeah, quite long. All right. So we have seen the first couple of years after Robert Baratheon. We have had one major revolt, but otherwise it's been fairly quiet. We've seen the capture of our cousin, King Dayne. We have seen the death of many of our most legendary council members, the death of Jaime and Lannister, the death of Brynden Tully, Blackfish, the death of Kevan Lannister, who might not have quite earned the reputation of the Blackfish and Jaime, but he was still a very well-respected member of our council. Lothar the Lame has consolidated his power thoroughly. He is one of the most powerful men in the Dragonhunt right now, and he's unlikely to move from his position unless we can do something about it. And we have now married our lovely wife Marjorie, who might help us to fight our way back into power and get rid of this declared incapable trait. Yes. So let's try to see. Let's see if we can get rid of Lothar the Lame in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this. The tone is quite different from what we were playing from when we were still playing as Robert. It's a little bit more schemy, a little bit more easygoing, a little bit more years have passed in one play. We're still going to play as Steffon. I'm not quite sure how long I will keep this playthrough going, but I think we still have quite a lot to do. Once Steffon grows up, we still have quite a bit of land to conquer. We will see if also we can maybe break the long-term understanding we've had with the Tattered Prince, because he's becoming quite the menace up north. We might want to do something about that, because the Bravosi are well disposed towards us, so we might want to form an alliance with them, break the power of Pentos, or we might want to go after the Iron Throne. You know, I think probably not, but you know, who knows? We might want to do something like that. Hope you guys enjoyed the series so far. Leave a like, leave a comment. Have a look at the links in the description for my various socials, and see you next episode. Bye bye.